Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're joining me today. We are doing a beauty spotlight on the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty, hang on, it has a long name I had to write down. Naturally Pretty Volume 1 Matte Luxe Transforming Eyeshadow Palette. Isn't that just such a mouthful? Alright, so this is my first IT Cosmetics product that I've purchased. So I didn't really know, what to expect getting an IT Cosmetics product. But I have to say, it is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes to date. Oh, and by the way, we have another cat joining us today. I told you they're going to be popping up all the time. This is Bear, and he's very, very sleepy. All right, so first let's go into the packaging. The packaging of this palette is just absolutely gorgeous. It is a soft, it's like a really soft felt, but it feels just velvety. It is beautiful. It's light pink. It has gold overlaid lettering, and I love it. And I've actually read some reviews and seen some reviews on YouTube that the people were actually complaining about how dirty the palette was getting because of the soft sort of fuzzy fabric. I haven't had any problem with it. If you look at it, I mean, a little smudge there, but it's really not, it's not that bad. I'm not that disappointed. And I do put it in with other palettes, and I've used it a ton. I mean, look, if you look at the inside, you can see I've used it a bunch. Well, at least I hope you can see. I've used it a bunch. All right, so it does have a flip open top. It's magnetic. What I really like about it though is that it has this little piece right here that flips over to keep it shut, which I really like because I feel more the tendency of the magnetic closing palettes, if it just closes straight over, I feel like something can kind of get in the groove in between and flip it open, whereas this, I feel comfortable, like nothing's gonna really, get in there and open it up. So I'm happy about that. It's funny because the outside doesn't actually have the whole name. It just says IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty, and then here it does say Volume 1 Matte. Let's see, can you see it? Can you see it? It's there. No, it's there. All over though, I am happy with the packaging. The inside, I just fell in love when I first opened the inside. It's gold, it's shiny, it's got a nice mirror. It just kind of fits. Oh, look at it picking up the light. Ooh. It just has that, it's naturally pretty. I just love it. All right, so the shadows. We have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 matte shades, and they're all the same size, ranging from, a nice, very pale nude all the way to a black. They're all matte, except this one larger pan right here, this one larger shade. It is called Transforming Pearl. Now, let me read to you what IT Cosmetics states on their website regarding this palette. It says, a true beauty breakthrough, contains 14 luxe anti-aging silk infused eyeshadows that are all matte but can transform into pearl shades instantly with the tap of a brush. So what this palette does, since it is all matte except that transforming pearl, there's multiple different ways you can use this. You can apply the matte shadow and then dip a different brush into the transforming pearl and apply it over, and it gives it a nice sheen. Or I've also been told that you put your brush in to whatever shade you choose of the matte shadows and then dip it directly into the transforming pearl, and it becomes a more shimmery shade. The only thing I don't like about that is because I don't want to pull the colors into the transforming pearl pan. I want to keep that pure because the transforming pearl by itself makes a lovely highlight. So I put it in the inner corners of my eye, brow bone. I've even used it all over the lid with a darker color, blended into the crease, and I loved the way it looked. So I don't want to dirty up that nice pale transforming pearl on its own. So I prefer applying the shadow and then putting the transforming pearl over. Now let's talk about the colors that are in this palette, and then we'll get back to the transforming pearl a bit. So from left to the right, top row, we have Sheer Joy, Soft Light, Warmth, Soulful, Mocha, Violet, Midnight, and Noir. And on the bottom, from left to right, we have Love, Sunrise, Sunset, All Heart, Java, and Iconic, and then once again the Transforming Pearls on the bottom right. I think the color range in here is just fabulous. It has a really, really nice mix of warm tones and then some cooler, darker tones that I think are just gorgeous. And the thing about these shadows is they are soft. When they say silk infused, they really mean it. I mean, they're soft, they're smooth, they blend like a dream. I mean, you barely have to work to get them to blend into each other. They're that soft. Out of all the shades, really, there isn't a particular shade that I am singularly disappointed in, which is funny because usually I'll have, you know, one or two shades and I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's not my favorite. But out of this palette, I really just absolutely adore them all. I mean, I've used every single one of them. You can see dents in the colors that I can't stop using. I think I used this for at one point like two weeks straight, and you know, this is applying makeup almost every day. My favorites out of this palette are probably Warmth, which provides just a nice sort of soft depth into the eye if you want to put it in the crease, if you want to put it you know, all over. I love Soulful. It's this nice soft, very, you know, light pink. I'd say it's almost like a dark nude pink. It's what it is. It's beautiful, and it just kind of brings out this rosy flush, you know, to your whole face when you use it, that I found. It just kind of makes you look, you know, soulful. In fact, I mean, it just kind of brings this beautiful warmth to your face. All Heart, which is a nice, slightly darker version of Soulful, maybe a little bit more sort of purple kind of in there. It actually matches the packaging itself. It kind of looks very similar to the outside of the packaging. And then let's see, Iconic is a beautiful, beautiful, deep, deep plum. Just gorgeous to blend all over the eye. Lovely to make a beautiful romantic smoky eye with. But like I said, really there's nothing on here that I absolutely dislike. Now, as far as the longevity and the wear, I haven't had any problems with it. It lasts all day with me, except the darker shades. Now I live in a very hot city. I'm from Texas, y'all. I live in a very hot city. I've had problems with the shades creasing in my crease because I have a very heavy lidded eye. As you can see, it will start creasing, you know, and pulling off some of the shadow right where my crease is. But that's just because I have heavy lidded eyes. My eyes get oily. And like I said, it's only with the darker shades, and it's only on particular days that maybe it's just a little bit warmer. On cooler days, I haven't had any problems with it. My shadows will last all day, but that's used with, you know, an eye primer and a setting spray after. So, you know, if you don't use a primer, if you don't use setting spray, you won't get quite as much, you know, longevity and wear for them. I've had, you know, I've worn them for 10+ hours without any problem. Like I said, as long as it's a cooler day. When I say cool, I'm talking like under 80. So, you know, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, any warmer than that, I might have a little bit of creasing, but it's not enough to where I'm, you know, too upset with it. So, this palette is available for purchase. It's $42 at Ulta, or you can buy it off of It Cosmetics website, you know, plus the typical shipping and handling. Do I think that it's worth $42? Yes, absolutely, without a doubt. This isn't just because, I'm always saying this, I'm an eyeshadow addict. This isn't just because I'm an eyeshadow addict. I adore this palette. I think it's wonderful. I think it's fabulous. I love the girlishness too. I just love the kind of, you know, girly feel that I get when I'm using it. It's just beautiful, and I love how matte the shades are, and the fact that even though they're so matte, they're not at all powdery. you know, they're not powdery. I don't have a lot of fallout with them. I get good longevity. I get good wear with them. You know, I can use this palette over and over again and do so many different looks with it. Today I am wearing a look, you know, with the shadows from this. It's sort of a, oh, I'm hoping you can see it in this lighting. I call it my desert sunset look. So the shades that I'm using are, let's see here. Love, Warmth, Sunrise, Sunset, and Midnight. So right here, I'm using Love, Warmth, Sunrise, Sunset, and Midnight. And this is just one of my favorite looks for it. It's simple, it's smoky, it's soft. You know, my husband thinks it's really, really fabulous. Slightly romantic sort of daytime smoky eye that isn't too overboard. I absolutely just love it. So I say get the palette. I think it's a fabulous palette. The shadows can be used wet or dry. It's all paraben free, fragrance free, sulfate free, and cruelty free. So bonuses just in my book. So do I say the palette's worth it? Yes, I say it's definitely worth $42. I have absolutely fallen in love with more than just this palette. I love using, let's see, do I have it here? I do. I love using the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. I got this little sample. I think with the purchase of this, I don't know if they still do that deal, but I love it for underneath the eye. It just covers up those dark circles. And I have horrendous, terrible, hereditary dark circles. So I think it just covers it up beautifully. I'm just madly in love with It Cosmetics. I really want to see what they're going to come out with a volume 2. I'm assuming they're going to do a volume 2 since there's a volume 1. So I can't wait to see it. So let's go ahead and get on to the tutorial now. So let's start the tutorial. To begin with, I've already primed my lid with Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Original. And I'm actually going to be doing 2 other primers as well. I'm going to use NYX's Jumbo Pencil in Gold, and I'm going to apply that on just the lid, so not going past the crease, just like that. Then I'm going to take NYX's Jumbo Pencil in Milk and apply that above the crease and a little down under the bottom lashes and connecting up. All right, then just using my fingertips very gently, I'm just going to first blend in the gold, just kind of lightly smudging it in. You want to do this very carefully because you don't want to pull the skin too hard, and then using a different finger, smudge in the milk right above. Kind of going a little into the curve of your nose and around. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then very gently down right underneath. I like to dab a little bit more underneath than just than pull. You know, you don't want to pull that skin too much. All right, now to start, I'm going to be taking, this is, let's see, what is this? What is this? A deluxe crease brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to take the shade, let's see, where is it? Where is it? Love, right here on the bottom, which is sort of a very soft, sort of nude, lightly pink toned, and I'm going to blend that in nice and close to the eyebrow. It's just going to mattify the area, give it a really soft, mattified look right below the brow. And it also kind of gives you a little depth when you pull, gives you a little bit of shadow when you pull into the nostril. Just, and if you really want to pull it in, you can kind of make, you know, your nose look a little bit smaller right there, a little bit slimmer. This isn't going to show up too much, especially on those that have very fair skin tones like me. But like I said, it just mattifies it lightly, kind of evens out the tone. All right, then I'm going to take the shade Warmth right here. Warmth is, it's a nude, but it has a very, very light, I don't even want to say orange. I mean, it does have a little bit of orange tone, but it's very, very subtle. Maybe just like a warm nude. That's what I'd call it. And then I'm going to take that right below where we just worked and just kind of blending it into Love and just lightly below. We're just going to kind of keep working our way down. Like I said, this isn't going to show up a whole lot. You just want to, you know, you just want to kind of darken the area a bit. Blending it in, and like I said, these shadows just blend seamlessly. I mean, you really don't have to work hard to get them to blend into each other very well. And just add as much as, you know, as you'd like. If you want to get a little more, you know, a little more shadowy, you can add a little bit more. All right, next. I'm just going to keep using the same brush because I keep darkening. You can use a different brush if you'd like. You can, you know, get a clean brush. But with these shadows, if I'm not going to be using this brush in a lighter shade again, I just keep using it for the darker shades. All right, next I'm going to take this shade Sunrise right here, which is a yellow, it's like a soft sort of golden mustard, like, maybe it's like a goldenrod, but it has a little bit more orange in it than that. All right, and then I'm going to take that right above the crease. I'd say kind of right into the crease and kind of up above a little bit, working it into that warmth that we just put. And if you're applying this right next to the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Gold, you can see it kind of actually matches. So if you wanted to do an all-over look with this, I'd say using Sunrise over NYX's Jumbo Pencil in Gold is a really, really good combination. Now I'm not going to pull this out too far. I don't want to go into too much of a winged, you know, eyeshadow effect. I just want to keep it right above the crease. But see how seamlessly those colors just blend into each other? All right. And last, for the blending ombre, we're going to take the shade Sunset, which is a beautiful sort of sunset orange, a little bit of auburn in there. And I'm going to take that right on the crease, on the lid. This is your lid. This is your crease. This is your lid. On the lid. And, oh, I'm sorry. I'm using Real Techniques base shadow brush for this shade. Just on the lid and lightly up, just lightly into Sunset. I'm just kind of fading them all into each other just so it starts nice and light on the top and just kind of gets darker and darker as you go down. And like I said, I don't want to pull it out too far out towards the tip of my eyebrow. I just want to keep it mostly concentrated on the lid and just a little bit blended into the crease and maybe slightly above, not a whole lot. I want to keep that intensity of the orange right here, just on the lid. All right, now I am going to pull it a little bit down under my bottom lashes just to keep the eye look nice and soft. But not too much, just a little. All right, there you go. All right, so next I'm going to take my lash curler, curl my lashes, because I'm going to go ahead and do the last part of the eyeshadows after I curl my lashes. All right, so you'll see me as soon as I'm done curling my lashes and putting mascara on. Okay, so real quick, what I just did is I used Benefit's Their Real Mascara, both top and bottom lashes, and then I used let's see, this is Vasanti Cosmetics Kajal Extreme Electric Navy eyeliner, and I lined both my top lashes and right on the roots of my bottom lashes. And again, like I said, I applied mascara both top and bottom. All right, so next I'm going to take a brush from Coastal Scents. Doesn't have a name on it. It's just a very small, can you see it, I hope? Just a very small, fine, flat detail brush, a sort of rounded tip. And I'm going to take a dark shade from the palette now. I'm going to take the shade Midnight right here, which is this really, really deep navy blue. And tapping off the excess, I'm going to apply it right over the Kajal eyeliner. And I'm just going to kind of work slowly, lightly, blending my way up. I just want to kind of smudge it over it to kind of smoke out the liner so it's not so hard-edged looking. And I'm just going to keep slowly, just kind of keep working my way up and up, smoking it out a bit, making it a bit softer. Just keep adding until you're happy. I want it kind of thicker on the outer part so it angles up nicely. If you want more of a precise tip, you can just use the navy eyeliner. But I like, for this look, I like it to be a sort of softer wing. All right, and then same thing on the bottom, kind of just smudging it over. The eyeliner. You knew what I was saying. Do a little touch up on the other side. My eyes were watering so bad earlier because of my allergies that, you know, kind of unsmudged what I smudged. What I smudged perfectly. How rude. All right. And I think that does it. So that's the end of the tutorial. All right, everyone, so that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed the review and the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep on watching my reviews. Like this video if you found it helpful and informative, if it helped you make a decision on whether or not you wanted to buy the palette, or if you just enjoyed it and enjoyed learning, you know, a different eye look that you can now try out. If you don't like it, I don't know that you like it, so make sure you let me know below. Comment, tell me what you thought of the video. Tell me if there's stuff about my reviews that you want to hear more of, stuff that you want to hear less of. Feel free. Be honest. Let me know what you think. I want to be interactive with you like I've said before. Stay tuned. There will be more reviews and tutorials coming soon. But for now, happy makeuping, everyone. Mwah. See you later.